Just to confirm, this is really potentially deadly cold we're dealing with, we're talking about.
Absolutely. And you want to be concerned, the first and foremost is if you don't have to go outside, don't go outside. It's not the time to take a long walk. It's not the time to go hiking. It's going to be really, really cold. The issue is if you have to be outside for your job or what have you, then you really want to dress warmly. That's key, and dress in layers, because frostbite is a medical condition that really has some very serious consequences if left untreated or if it goes on too long.
What are the signs of frostbite? Is there a way to tell if someone's suffering?
Absolutely. So as long as you have no medical conditions, you should be able to feel if it's uncomfortable. The areas that are going to be most susceptible are going to be the endpoints of your body. So we're talking about your ears, your nose, your chin, fingertips, your toes, and even you can get frostbite even if you have gloves and socks on. So if you're outside, you want to definitely cover up, and you want to use warm gloves, warm socks, wool socks, that sort of thing in order to protect those areas. And usually what you're going to see first is the area might become white, it might become red, it could actually even become tingly. And if you feel those things, you really need to get inside. Sometimes what happens to people, however, is they don't even feel what's happening, and someone can say, your nose looks really red, or your cheeks look really white. Are you okay? If someone says that to you, you need to get inside.
Is there a certain point where you should call the doctor?
Absolutely. So if you've been out or exposed for too long, or God forbid had a medical condition that caused you to be out and you weren't aware, or fallen and couldn't get up, that sort of thing, then if you were to develop really severe pain, blistering, certainly darkness of the skin, numbness, tingling, any of those things, you want to seek medical attention.
The pleasure seekers, the skiers, the snowboarders, the sledders who are going out this weekend, if they do suit up and they layer up as you recommend, can they stay out for a pretty extended amount of time, or what's your recommendation on that front?
There's no real recommendation for the time. It's as your body feels, but I would say short runs. One run, because if you're going up on a ski lift that's not enclosed and coming down, you're being exposed. Certainly this is the time to wear all those face masks, goggles. You can get frostbite of the cornea, has been reported. So if with severe winds, which is what we're expecting this weekend, and you don't have eye protection on, that can really be an issue.
And I was just talking to you about, as a mom myself with a 9-month-old baby, and this being the coldest it's been since I've had him, I was a little concerned about properly monitoring his temperature outside and bundling him properly. So what is your advice for moms and dads and the little ones?
The key thing with the little ones is certainly layers, hats, gloves. You're not going to want to put a scarf on a baby because of the choking hazard, and that's for sure. But follow you. If you're cold, the baby's going to be cold. And you certainly don't want the baby to sweat. So you don't want to bundle them up so much before you go out that they're sweating, because once then they do go outside, they get a chill, and then the sweat from their body can cause a real issue and make them susceptible to hypothermia.
Fantastic advice and reminders. We appreciate your time this Friday afternoon, Dr. Petroselli.